Hi, it's Roni, and welcome to my channel and the Mixed Media Frenzy. Yeah, and we're all going to get messy today. We'll all be taking the same layout or sketch, and today it is a layout, and use it as inspiration to create our own. And mine is going to be inspiration today. I'm going to start out with some flowers. I love the ones on the layout. I would love to have them to put on a layout, but I don't have them. So I've picked out some that I did have. The paper that I pulled is Pink Fresh, and I took it out because I thought, well, I could color them. I could watercolor them. That's what I first planned on doing. But then I decided to use my gelatos, and they are a wee bit different from watercoloring. Like watercoloring, you put another layer on like it's dry and you put some more. It makes it darker. Gelatos, it looks thicker. And yeah, I like the texture. It's kind of reminds me of chalk once it dries, but different. And so, yeah, I like it on a layout, and I like the pastels. So there's a couple of things I like about them. So I am painting, well, they're flowers and lemon slices. I don't think any whole lemons make it onto my layout. I don't remember cutting any out. I just did the lemon slices. And I thought I'd do one color at a time coloring them so I wouldn't have to just keep cleaning my water brush. And I am using, well, I'm going to use that green. I know on my screen here that the yellow looks kind of like a green, but it's not. It's yellow. If you're looking at it in person, it is yellow. And I didn't want the pink that was in there exactly. I wanted a little tiny bit darker, so I'm mixing the two. And I don't think I put any black. Well, it's a gray. It's not a black. I take it back. That gray over there, I didn't put any of it in there, I don't believe, in the pinks. But I will put some in the green, and I will put the aqua in the green, trying to make it a little bit less looking like limes on my leaves instead of an actual leaf color. Well, there are a few. I've got a plant that's got stripes that's kind of lime colored. So there are leaves that are lime colored, but I wasn't wanting them today. I am, I have a water brush, but I squeeze it and nothing happens. And I'll squeeze it some more, nothing happens. Then I squeeze it and it goes everywhere. So I got the bottle brush, the spray bottle out, and I'm going to use it. Plus, I'm going to keep squeezing on that water brush. You know, if you don't at first succeed, try again. So yeah, I just keep on trying. I am painting, well, I'm painting the leaves that the green that's got a little bit of aqua and gray in it. And I'm painting the larger flower. I'm doing the centers darker than, no, I did it, the centers lighter than the outside part. And the little tiny flowers that are on there, I thought about leaving them white, but they just didn't look right that way. So I am putting a dot of pink in the center and then towards the edges of the petals so that it'll be a variegated kind of color, kind of reminded me, the thought that's going through my mind while I was doing it was cherry blossoms, because they've got pink and white. And so, yeah, I was thinking of them when I was doing it because, like I said, the white, I just didn't really want to leave it that way after I planned on doing it. Oh, and here I started putting those colors, those gorgeous colors that's on the original layout up there. And I thought, no, I wasn't really wanting to do that. So this is where I stopped trying to copy the layout, I guess, and went to the inspiration. Well, I knew my flowers weren't the same anyway, so I definitely wasn't going to have the same effect. And I decided to space them out instead of having them all together on the left-hand side. So they are going to be spaced out a little more than the original too. Sometimes Sometimes when I'm with my, we all take a turn picking out the layout for us to scrap lift or use as inspiration. And I pick if I see one that's got stuff that I know I have, there's a really good chance I'm gonna go ahead and pick that one because I think it'll look more like the original layout if I do that. However, there's plenty of layouts out there that do not have anything I even remotely own. And yeah, so but I like how the layout turns out. Just so y'all know, it is different from the original, but I still like it when it's done. That photo there, it is my great niece Alex, and we were at my mom's 80th birthday party, and I had the camera and I was sitting there, and I took a bunch of pictures already. Anyway, Alex come up to me, and she's just so cute. I took her picture a few times with her head cocked to the side because she'll get down right in front of you. And of course, she's taller than me now. But at this time, she'd get down right in front of you, cock her head to the right, and wait for you to take their picture. And she's just as sweet as she could be, but she's also sassy. She will tell it like it is sometimes and not understand why she can't. But yeah, she still is a sweetheart. And oh, I am instead of me just going all across with the colors, since I knew all my flowers were the same color, I did consider putting them different colors. But like I said, they're so much smaller than the original. I didn't know how the effect was going to look. So I just decided that, after a minute or so, I thought I'd put my flowers on first so they'd stick a little better and then kind of go around them with the colors. I'm starting out with the yellow and the green, but I'm going to add some pink here and there, and then I'm going to do sprinkles with the pink. But then I'm going to bring in an ice pad. I was going to say an ice pad. I'm going to bring in an ink pad and add some, well, it's called Breeze, and it's by Close to My Heart, and it's kind of like a aqua color. And I'm going to add that to my layout too. And the paper I'm using is just American Crafts paper, but I did put clear gesso on it so it could handle the water and the watercolors that I first intended to use. Yeah, and I didn't change it after I picked it out. But yeah, it's got gesso on. And I also put it on the pink fresh sheet with the flowers and lemons and stuff so that I could just kind of wipe it off or kind of move it over if it got somewhere I didn't want it to get. And that worked really well. That's really sturdy paper to start with. Some of the papers, if you do that's pattern, you put that gesso on there, and while it's still wet before it's dry, if you are still trying to get it all the way across, it will, like a whole layer will come off. But this Pink Fresh did really well. I pulled out my mixed media stamps and I thought I'd use them. And I'm going to use two different ones. One's got two circles, a larger and a smaller one. And then the other one, I used it on here, but I'm not quite sure if I liked it even after I used it. It's got kind of like three asterisks in a row. So I was kind of thinking about cutting them apart and instead of being straight in a row, put them, like a triangle or something, one a little farther away than the others. That's what I was thinking. Because when I stamped it, I thought it looked so uniform with those three in a row. So then I thought, oh, well, I could have some vertical, some at an angle, some horizontal. I might like that better. And I did. So I may or may not go ahead and cut them apart. I'm kind of worried, about losing them. They're so tiny. But I would like them a little bit different sometimes, I think. And, if you cut them apart, you can put them back straight anytime and go from there. But if you don't lose any, but if you lose some, you're just out of luck. I'm putting pink twine on here now, and I'm going to have it go from the top left down and make it look like it went all the way behind the photo, but didn't. And then come back out, and then I'm going to put my title on it. And you see those big sequins there. I mean, they're huge. I pulled them out and I picked the color I thought would go with my layout. I was really tempted to use that purplish looking one, but I didn't. But I am going to use, or did I already put them on there? Yes, I did while I was talking. I put enamel dots on there that are the same color that I painted the berry looking things that's with the flowers, and to give it, just more of that color because everything else is more pastel. And then the letters that I picked out, oh, I was just so glad to use them. I've had them so very long. And every time I tried to use them with something, it just wasn't even close to the right shade of pink. But it worked pretty good because of the purplish colors that I have here. It is pink, but it's got stripes there, and the stripes are more the berry color that I'm using. And I'm just running the title right along there. I started out thinking that I would do all the capital letters, the big ones on there, and say the smaller ones for another title sometime. However, Sweet and Sassy just has too many S's to do it that way. So I had to use upper and lowercase S's to have enough to go for my whole title. And I think I'm done with, no, I am not done when I get that part done. I decided that I was going to pull some little phrase stickers out. And the ones I pull out are Pretty Little Studio called Silly Monkey. So the ones I'm going to use are Silly Monkey, Adorable, So Sweet, Amazing, Whimsical, Cheerful, Entertaining, Bright, Happy, and a Cutie. So I will have a nice little variety to go on there. And yeah, there they are. And I've had them a while too. So I always like getting something on my layout I've had a while. Well, most things that I own, I've had a while. But I still like it when I get them on the layout because I still like the stuff. But when I bought that sticker set, my niece, well, my sister told me, and I guess she's the one who got it wrong. Well, maybe my niece changed her mind, but her baby was going to have sock monkeys as the nursery. Well, then she changed it to cars. So I did, the show Cars. McQueen, I did the whole album of that stuff. I bought a Cricut cartridge and did that. Then come to find out it was NASCAR. After I go through all that, yeah, because his daddy worked for NASCAR. So, yeah, well, I figured he'd like it anyway when he got a little older. But that's it. That's my layout. Make sure you look down there below and check out the links to the other guys' channels and see what they created using the same layout as inspiration. And isn't it gorgeous? I just love that layout. But I'm sure they will have all kinds of wonderful, awesome ideas for their layout. And if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Try some mixed media and put it in the Facebook group so we can see what you created. Use this same sketch layout as inspiration. Bye.